So I want to go into our special feature for today. And our special feature is different every week. Sometimes it's a joke, sometimes it's a philosophy. And today, it's an insight that I'd like to share. Every life and every business has storytellers. And I'm not talking about your director of marketing. I'm not talking about your website, and I'm not talking about your sales team. And I'm not talking about your child who goes into school and tells his or her teacher all the things that you said last night. Not those kind of storytellers. What I'm talking about is indicators, markers of what's really happening in your life, what's really happening in your business. And it might not be what's on your website, but it might be the quality of your website. It might not be how much your organization has in its bank account, but it will be your financial statements. And I want to give you a quick example of that because I'll tell you why in a moment. The financial statements of your business tell a powerful story. And when I was taught this fact, I had no idea. I mean, I believed my professor, but this was in my very first semester of accounting. I was still learning the difference between a debit and a credit. And he passed around these financial statements and I'm looking at them. And I was thinking, those are numbers. I know that those are numbers. I am not seeing story, but I believe you. And it wasn't until about 3 years later, 3 years into seeing multiple financial statements for multiple clients in multiple industries in multiple business life cycle stages in both for-profit and not-for-profit, until all of a sudden, boom, it leaped out at me like the ghost of the entrepreneur was sitting there telling me about the struggles and triumphs of the past year and multiple years. It was ethereal. And if you are not aware of what your organization's financial statements are telling you, partner with someone who can make that interpretation. And here is why. You work every day to make a difference in the world. You make every day to create and create and create a financially workable, viable, and sustainable and abundant organization that can churn out those results, that can make mission, that can create the kind of change that you want to see in the world. And the financial statements are a powerful way to hear that story reflected back at you saying, this is what you did. This is what you did. This is what you caused. We all know that not every outcome that an organization produces shows up in the financials. So it's not the only storyteller that's there, but it's an important voice that needs to be heard that you may not hear every day. Don't overlook it. Just looking at the bank account balance doesn't do it. Your organization just took out a loan for $200,000 and there's $202,000 in your business bank account. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything, you don't know what that means. You can take the same bank account balance of $202,000 and say, we started from scratch and now we have a $10 million company. That $200,000 is profit above everything else. Everybody got paid. We're going to be paying out bonuses for the year. And that is the abundance, or we're going to be reinvesting. We're going to put down for a building and build a second location and make even more of an impact. We're going to invest in some infrastructure. We're going to create a subsidiary. Just one single number alone doesn't tell the story. And it's funny, this goes back to an earlier question that I got today about what to understand when you're looking at financial statements. So we're not going to reiterate all of that, but be aware that your company's financial statements tell a powerful story and their voice needs to be heard. If your story reflected back at you, and when I say you, I'm not only talking about you, the business leader, you, the executive director, you, the CEO, you, the founder. I'm talking about you, the team. You and your team of employees, independent contractors, suppliers, customers, clients, patients, coaches, all the people that you've brought into your circles, investors. bankers, creditors. All the people that you've brought into your circles that are working together to be up to something. That story is reflected back in a very special way. Listen to that story.